Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this sunny day in Merrillville, Indiana. As we face the realities of the ongoing federal government shutdown, many families in Northwest Indiana are feeling the strain in ways that go far beyond politics. One of the most critical impacts is on SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, which helps thousands of local households put food on the table. With delays and uncertainty in SNAP benefits, families who already live paycheck to paycheck are being forced to make difficult decisions. Parents are skipping meals so their children can eat. Seniors are stretching limited resources to cover both groceries and medicine. The truth is, hunger doesn't take a break, especially not during a government shutdown. This past Saturday, our mobile distribution served 738 households. And a neighbor shared with us that without the food bank, her family wouldn't make it. She's a mother of 4. Her and her husband choose to feed their children, and they go without. They go without because most days they don't have enough resources to make ends meet. They have family members with underlying health conditions, and they rely on the healthy food provided by the food bank to survive. This is a family with 3 incomes. 3 incomes, and they can't quite make it. That's why the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana is stepping up. We're increasing our mobile market distributions. We are providing emergency food to neighbors where the need is most urgent. We're also expanding agency credits so our partner food pantries can keep their shelves stocked and serve more people during this challenging time. But we can't do it alone. Today, I'm asking our community to come together in 2 simple but powerful ways. First, when you shop at a Strachan Van Til store, please consider rounding up your purchase at the register. That small change adds up to a very big impact, helping us put fresh, nutritious food directly into the hands of those who need it most. Second, today we're excited to launch our new Northwest Indiana Emergency Response Fund to support our expanded efforts in this challenging time. Every dollar you give helps us deliver more mobile distributions, stock more shelves, and bring hope to more families right here in Northwest Indiana. At this time, it's my privilege to welcome and introduce Congressman Frank J. Mrvan, a steadfast advocate for the people of Northwest Indiana and a true champion in the fight against hunger. Throughout his time in Congress, Frank has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to strengthening nutrition programs like SNAP that help families put food on the table and maintain stability in challenging times. His leadership and partnership have been instrumental in ensuring that the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana has the resources and support needed to serve our neighbors with dignity and compassion. Recently, Frank addressed Congress testifying to the impact of our food bank and the support that we provide our friends and neighbors in need. Please join me in welcoming Congressman Frank J. Mrvan, whose dedication to collaboration and community continues to make a real difference for families across our region.
Thank you, Dick. I want to thank Victor and the Northwest Indiana Food Bank, the members of the board, and all the volunteers who put their time and efforts into making sure that our seniors, our children, our individuals who are disabled, and our veterans don't go hungry. I want to thank Jeff Strack and Strachan Van Til's for being a stakeholder in this community in fighting hunger for decades. Ultimately, if this moment doesn't awaken your soul, I don't know what will. The fact of the matter is people are going hungry because our government is shut down. I call upon Speaker Johnson to bring us back so that we can end the pain, the intentional pain that are going on with families who are choosing between heat, medication, and food. We must prioritize the most vulnerable populations and make sure they have access to food and access to normalcy when it comes to health care and to providing for their family. The residents of Northwest Indiana deserve to be prioritized. Working families need to make sure that it can be easier, not more difficult, to put food on their table. And so as a member of appropriations, I made sure that there was funding available for this exact emergency situation. And my expectation is that it would be utilized. And so for the family from East Chicago who contacted my office and said that their elderly mother, who is in a wheelchair, and their children now are facing moments of uncertainty when it comes to food, know that you have a fighter and an ally that will do everything I can to make sure that our government reopens. Secondly, I call upon the United States Senate to vote and bring us back and open up our government. So ultimately, here what we are doing are providing resources for our families and working families, seniors, children, and individuals who are disabled. Know that you do not stand alone. The Northwest Indiana Food Bank and Strachan Van Til stands with you, and our community stands with you, and we will get through these moments of time. We will get through this on the other side, making sure that we create work and wealth and create jobs for you. With that, I couldn't be prouder to be a part of Northwest Indiana, for all the faith-based communities that are opening up food banks, for Northwest Indiana Food Bank, who are providing them the food necessary to outreach to the community, and to Strachan Van Til's and other business owners that are putting their resources forward to make sure no one suffers here in Northwest Indiana. If you need any type of information, you can contact my office, Congressman Frank Mervan, at 795-1844. Again, thank you, Victor. Thank you to the volunteers, and thank you, Jeff Strack, for making this a priority. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman. And now I have the honor to introduce Jeff Strack of Strachan Van Til, a company that has stood as a cornerstone of Northwest Indiana for generations and is a premier partner in the work of the food bank. Under Jeff's leadership, Strachan Van Til has shown extraordinary commitment to supporting local families, not only by providing quality, affordable food, but also by partnering with organizations like the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana to address hunger in our communities. Through initiatives like the Roundup campaign, Strachan Van Til's employees and customers have raised millions of meals worth of support, directly helping our neighbors in need. Jeff's vision and dedication exemplify what it means to be a true community partner. Please join me in welcoming Jeff Strack, whose leadership continues to make a lasting impact across Northwest Indiana.
Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Congressman. We understand the challenges that many individuals and families in our community and across the nation are facing due to the government shutdown and the delay in SNAP benefits, especially as we enter the holiday season. At Strachan Van Til, we are deeply committed to supporting our neighbors during this difficult time. We continue to work closely with the Food Bank of Northwest Indiana and the many local food pantries which they serve, as well as other organizations that are helping feed our neighbors within the community, to ensure that those in need have access to essential food, resources, and support during this time. We appreciate the generosity of those who wish to help and encourage our community, individuals, families, and other businesses to join us in supporting local hunger relief efforts through these trusted partners. Together, we can make a meaningful difference for families experiencing hardship during the holidays and beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Now, you know, at times, the food bank feels like we're the safety net to the safety net. And your food bank is committed to doing everything we can to increase access to nutritious food, but we cannot fill the role of government. For every one meal your food bank provides, SNAP provides 9. With our Northwest Indiana Emergency Response Fund, we will continue to do what we can in these challenging times. I'd like to thank our board of directors for investing over $150,000 in response funds. I'd like to thank Strachan Van Til for sponsoring additional mobile markets that are launching today. And I'd like to thank the John W. Anderson Foundation for committing an additional $100,000 to support our efforts. The region is resilient. We work together, and I know we can get through the current landscape that we are experiencing. If you have the means to donate or to volunteer, you can do so at foodbanknwi.org. Or more importantly, if you or someone you know is struggling to put food on the table, please visit our website, check out our mobile market Facebook page, or you can text the word MARKET, M-A-R-K-E-T, to 219-500-6464 for daily updates on where our distributions will be. Together, we can ensure that we, even in uncertain times, we can stand strong for our community and that no one will go hungry. Thank you for your compassion, your generosity, and your commitment to feeding hope. Thank you.